Singapore will spend up to $900 million on improving the bus network. Residents in both new and existing housing estates will get more routes and services over the next 8 years. The Transport Minister says the changes will cater to the different needs of each town. Charlotte Lim with more.
With new housing developments across Singapore, the commuting needs of many towns have changed. Some residents will get peak hour express services to the city centre. Far-flung housing estates may get feeder services with fewer stops to get to MRT stations faster. And bus services in newly built towns will be introduced sooner to serve those who moved in early. The Transport Minister says these investments are on top of existing subsidies.
Let's be clear, public buses, public transport is a public good, and we don't fully recover all the costs. Every trip that a commuter takes, the subsidy involved for that trip is about $1. So this remains an important investment by the government to provide this public good, which is public transport.
Public transport subsidies already amount to over 2 billion Singapore dollars a year. The additional $900 million will be used to buy new buses, build new infrastructure, and support operating costs. Mr. Chee says the investment will not affect commuter fares. An analyst adds that an efficient public transport system not only addresses commuters' needs, it also cuts routes with very low ridership.
Our bus services are actually quite heavily subsidized by the government. That basically means it costs more to run high-quality bus services than what we are paying in fares. But of course, we also have to be prudent in how we spend that money. It wouldn't make sense to, run every single bus service that everybody wants, especially if it is run inefficiently, if the fare coverage is very low compared to what we're spending on subsidies.
Mr. Chee says the moves have been in the works for some time, together with the National Development Ministry. He'd been asked if the plans were prompted by the coming general election of free shuttle services in Marine Parade. Authorities say they will continue adjusting the bus network as more developments are completed, including new rail lines.
The first towns will see changes to the bus network in the next few months. In Yishun East, a bus service will begin by end September for residents of new BTO flats. It will take them to Khatib Station. Now, around October, Punggol residents will get a direct route to the city during peak hours, and this will also help relieve the squeeze on the MRT. In December, those living in Tampines North will get a feeder service to Tampines MRT station with fewer stops, helping them get there sooner. And by the end of the year, a bus route will be extended to bring Payoh East residents to Caldecott MRT station.
For the longest time, I think Payoh East doesn't have an MRT station, but we are happy already with existing feeder bus services. But this additional bus service, which actually complements existing and Caldecott MRT station, which is quite new, and also the Thomson East Coast Line enhancements and the Circle Line, it allows my residents in Payoh East to actually gain access to those MRT stations in a much more seamless way.